Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel. I appreciate you coming back for another video. Got lots of action going on here, and we're still in day 7. Day 7, early autumn. I've got some changes I want to tell you about sort of briefly. You might remember when we started playing this map, I talked about the fact that um, we would be doing a seasonal approach and that we would be basically farming in all 4 seasons. That was, obviously we started in spring. We've worked through three days of spring, or equivalent of 3 months is kind of what I referred to it as. And then we did 3 months of summer, so that was early summer, midsummer, late summer. And I may have told you that with fall, there would be basically 2 periods of fall, early autumn and late autumn, and then there would be 1 period, or essentially 1 day of winter. I got to thinking about this and about the fact that we truly are trying to do a seasonal approach, and 2 days of, while 2 days of fall would have been sufficient, we would have been able to get everything done that we needed to get done. I just sort of felt like that with 1 day of winter, it wasn't a very good test. It wasn't a test of whether or not we had done a good job in getting everything going the way that we need it to go. And we're just basically going to get the guys here restarted fertilizing this field. We are planting oilseed radish just a little bit late. To be quite honest, I forgot about these 2 fields back here, but should be fine. We should get them planted today, and probably next game day or 2 we should be able to, we don't need our beacon lights on here. And we'll go ahead and get this guy started. And maybe okay, looks like maybe he is already, this field's already been fertilized. Okay, my bad. I'm just forgetting about all sorts of stuff. So let's just move this guy here out of the way here so that he won't be in our seeder's way. And we'll just have to, I don't have the pickup truck set up in a in-group switcher. Okay, so anyway, that's how I had things set up. I've changed, and I've changed for the better. What we are going to have is, obviously this is the first day of autumn, but we will have 3 days of autumn, so we will have 2 additional days of autumn, or actually 1 additional from what was originally planned, and then we will have 3 full days of winter. Now, I don't expect that I will do episodes and episodes and episodes in perhaps late fall, late autumn, and the 3 winter months. I will do at least 1 episode per each of those growth days, okay, just to kind of update everyone, just to kind of say, okay, this is late fall and this is what we're going to do. I suspect that by the end of the next day 8, we will have all the harvest in, pretty much. Day 9, late autumn, will probably be devoted to pretty much selling all of our, or as much of our harvest as we plan to sell, okay? And then I suspect that during the winter months, it will be about preparation for our animals and how we're going to basically manage our animals over the 3 months. So cleaning, feeding, and basically the general care of the animals and the general care of the farm. If there's equipment purchases that we need to make, that we want to make, probably be the winter time would be a good time to do that. Okay. Maybe some land expansion if there's an additional field or so that I think would benefit us there. In addition, I do plan to plant a couple of late autumn crops, so those would probably be done either the next farm day, day 8, or maybe day 9, so that those would basically come available or come ready for harvest in the mid-spring kind of time frame. So that's kind of how I plan to do things. But I felt that, I don't know, I sort of got to thinking about the whole thing, and got to thinking about the fact that, you know, if we're only going to have one winter day, does that really answer all of our questions that we have regarding, do we have enough hay? Do we have enough grass? Do we have enough of this? Do we have enough of that? And so putting in there, sorry about that, putting in, you know, basically 3 days of winter, I think will be that telling factor for us. At least I hope so. All right, so we are going to harvest the little soybeans here. Get that on the right setting. We've got Stan driving the tractor, the big Challenger. He wanted to drive it today. It's certainly a much larger tractor than what we need for that smaller tipper. Our larger tipper trailer, wheel bearing went out in it, and so the boys are going to be working on that later this evening or very early in the morning to get that all fixed up. But we have this smaller Marshall trailer that, again, I realize doesn't really fit here in the US setting, but I like it so much and I enjoy using it on all of my maps that we have it here. And it's a good thing that we have it, because with that wheel bearing being out, our other options were rather limiting. So we're just going to harvest our soybeans here, and he will handle our tipping services. And pretty much once we get this done, it will pretty much bring us to an end of this particular farm day. And again, we have about 3, maybe 4 more fields to harvest. They're relatively small. We've got the field just to our left that I believe is sugar beets, and we'll get in and harvest that tomorrow, most likely. Hope everyone is doing fine. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Hope having a great week, great weekend. I sure am. Let's see, just to update everybody, I think I might have mentioned this before, but I did get all my Christmas shopping done. I probably did mention that before, but that is such a major accomplishment for me. You know, I turned 50 years old this year, and just this last October, as a matter of fact. And I've got to say that up until maybe just a couple of years ago, I was that guy. You know the guy. Maybe you're one of those guys that was out at the mall on Christmas Eve, worst case scenario, best case scenario, out at the mall the day before Christmas Eve, doing my Christmas shopping, wrapping my Christmas shopping up. Well, I am here to tell you that I have had my Christmas shopping done. I have maybe 2 items that are outstanding that have not arrived yet, and it's just because they came from outside of the country. Ordered a couple of things from my wife from England, and so they are in transit and will get here. They'll get here before Christmas, so I'm expecting possibly sometime next week, which, when I say next week, today is the 14th. You're going to see this early next week, the week of Christmas. You'll see this video, but I expect to have those 2 gifts in my hands from FedEx or UPS or United States Postal Service, from somebody. I don't know where they're how they're being shipped, but they will be here. Let's see. Oh, I know. I had mentioned a couple of times that I was going to do Chellington, and I may still do Chellington, but I'm going to wait just a little bit. And one of the main reasons why I'm going to wait is because there are some issues with the Chellington map. Not sure. Well, obviously some of these issues are down to Oxygen David. He is working on, I believe he has patched and fixed a whole bunch of things. The last forum post that I saw from him on FSUK was indicating that okay, now you're having a problem there, buddy. Stan, get with the program. Was basically indicating that it was currently in testing, and that once it passed testing, he would submit it to the mod hub, so it would undergo probably some additional level of tests with Giants, and then hopefully be uploaded. So that is really one reason why I am holding off on Chellington. And perhaps the other reason is the simple fact that everyone right now is doing Chellington. By now you've all seen my my channel update email. I'm sorry, not an email, my channel update video. My channel update video where I talked about some of the changes that I was making to the channel, the fact that I had joined the Three Dudes Gaming Network as a partner, or well, not a partner, but a member, and that I would be, promoting the group, and they would be promoting me, etc. That's going swimmingly, by the way. As we can tell by our viewer numbers and such. But a few of those guys, Eustace Pharmer is doing Chellington, but it's also being heavily covered by some of the big names as well. And I know you guys are watching those, and that's fine. But there are other maps that I have my eye on that look interesting. Chellington is a rather large map. I mean, it's got some monster fields on it, and I'm really trying to keep my video gameplay around 25 to 30 minutes. And while I could certainly do that with editing, or with just simply, saying, okay, I'm going to end episode number 23 here, and we'll be back with episode 24, and we'll resume harvesting soybeans or whatever the case is. I could do that, but I also kind of like to finish things. I like when we decide to do something, and basically I don't, I had my initial few episodes of this map, I had sort of scripted out, meaning that I had taken down some notes, and I said, okay, we're gonna plant, this field, we're gonna fertilize that field, we're gonna maybe try to harvest this other field, etc. Here towards the end, I'd say the last maybe half dozen episodes, or maybe a dozen episodes, because I think we're like into episode, I think this will be episode 23, I think. So possibly even the last dozen episodes or so, I've just sort of been shooting from the cuff, just sort of ad-libbing, going with the flow. This needs to be done, and I think we can get this done in this amount of time, and just really taking a very chilled, relaxed approach. I think I'm probably better when I'm more relaxed, and when I'm just sort of not stressed and don't have things too scripted out, and just kind of going with the flow. So that this is working well, but this allows me to pretty much complete a project or a task is probably the better way of referring to it. I'm just going to go ahead and cut us a headland here just so that that building doesn't cause us problems. And so yeah, I think that for the most part, Chellington might just be too large of a map to really try to do a series, at least for me. But I'm basically going to say this much. I'm going to say that I reserve the right. I reserve the right to change my mind. To you know, one of these days you may see Chellington 17 pop up as a series, or you may not. It may be something else. There was another map that I was looking at that I saw. Saw it a few days ago, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm not even going to say the name of it right now. There's something that's unique about it that I don't think fits with the channel, and I will just sort of leave it at that. So hopefully the 1000 VARIO, he will be able to sort for himself. Sorry to tab over. What's he doing? I hope he's not going to try to come and empty us. No, he didn't. That did work. I'm sorry. That did work. You know, I forgot I did that. By golly. Hang on, Stan, just hang on. I forgot that I modified the mod so that hired AI would not destroy crops. I realize this is a little bit unrealistic. I realize that if in real life, if Stan decided to drive on my left side when the pipe was going to be in the crop, that it would obviously destroy, that it would basically destroy the crop. I realize that, but you know, the AI, you can't always predict, or certainly can't control what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. And so that protects us just a little bit. And I think the reason why he got messed up is because he got stuck on the building, and then I went down and got him unstuck, and then obviously he was still had the task of trying to catch up with me to provide me empty service, and so he did it on the wrong side. Not a problem. I try very hard not to break realism. I really do, because I think you guys deserve that. It's how I like to play. I like to play with, you know, realism through simulation is one of my sort of my tagline on my blog, and it's sort of how I like to do things. But occasionally, you just kind of have to break with reality and say, you know, something. This is one of those limitations. It's one of those game limitations. It would be nice if Courseplay would get developed or get coded in such a way that it wouldn't do that, but you know, it is what it is, and it's being worked on, and it's a good thing, and we love it, and we love the Courseplay guys. And I think what I will do is I'm going to back up just a little bit here. My apologies, but I'm going to do all 8. I'm going to hide our HUDs. So that's really the Chellington update. Now, just as a reminder, because again, you guys are going to see this video on the 23rd, or episode 23. This will be out on, let me see, let me bring up my schedule. I do have a schedule. Episode 23 is going to be out on the 21st of December. All things being equal, I don't have some kind of problem or whatever. Remember the contest, the 100 subscriber contest. You still have plenty of time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please watch the video that I recorded about the channel update and 100 subscriber contest information. You'll get details on how you sign up for that contest. I am giving away one copy only via Steam, Farming Sim 17. So this is my first giveaway, and I chose to basically set it up through Steam because it would be easy for me to make the purchase through Steam. So basically it will be for a PC edition, Farming Simulator 17, and it will be purchased through Steam and delivered to you via Steam. So if you're the lucky winner, hopefully you have a PC, hopefully you have a gaming PC that's suitable for running Farm Sim 17, and you have a Steam account and everything, and then if you win, you'll provide me with your Steam username, and I will gift that to you via Steam. And as the channel continues to grow, I will look into other options and such, so that I don't want to leave out console players and that sort of thing. But I sort of thought for my very first giveaway, I kind of thought that the PC version delivered through Steam would be the easiest and sort of cleanest way for me to reward my channel viewers in celebration of the 100 viewer achievement, which I'm very happy about, by the way. I think it's a cool, great accomplishment, and I'm very happy for the channel. I'm very happy for myself, and very happy to have you all here. Alright, Stan's going to do the right thing this time, and he will empty us. Yeah, Stan wanted to drive the Challenger, and I said, okay. It's certainly much more tractor than what is required for this task. But, hey, he wanted to drive it. He's been a great employee, a great hand, and, well, I aim to please. And I suppose that regardless of what I decide to do with regards to either Chellington or some other map or whatever, I will make the decision as to, how that affects the current two maps of Goldcrest Valley and Old Streams. With Goldcrest Valley, I am sort of committed to doing at least one more season. So in other words, returning for season 2. So in other words, working through the winter, coming back in spring, and sort of evaluating how we did and starting farm operations back up again by planting and fertilizing and mowing and all that kind of stuff. So that probably means that if I do sort of restrict myself to 2 series, that basically Old Streams will basically cease production. But we'll see. Now that I'm doing shorter episodes in that 25 to 30 minute kind of time frame, it's quite possible that I might could juggle 3 series. The problem is I watch some of these guys, and I haven't really noticed it with 17 because I kind of think that most of the people that I watch with 17, they're only running a couple of different maps, and they're also very, very good at keeping up with what they're doing and remembering what they're doing from, you know, one series to the next. But when I used to watch a lot of guys on doing FarmSim 15, you know, they used to basically spend 2 or 3, 5 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes, it felt like, you know, sort of, okay, this is what I was doing, nope, I was doing something else, and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of dazed and confused, I guess, and I just don't want to do that. I think, you know, with running 2 maps, I'm playing them frequently enough that I can remember from one day to the next kind of what I'm doing, what I need to do, what I need to do next, and that way I don't spend a whole lot of time, you know, messing about trying to figure out what I need to do next and how I need to do that. And yeah, so okay, well, I think it's time for me to wrap up because I kind of sense myself babbling, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to basically have him drive now and stop at that next trigger, and we're going to just jump out and get this guy here unconnected from his header. And we will back up and connect and head back to the farm. And I will go ahead and say, from the Case Combine, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys got all your Christmas presents and stuff purchased that you need to get, all that good stuff. You know, you still got some time, you still got some quality time. There's probably all the things that you basically have on your list. You can probably still find them. So get out there to the mall, get to the department stores, whatever. Worst case scenario, maybe get on Amazon. Maybe it's not too late for you to get things shipped to you and get those presents bought, and have a nice relaxing holiday season. Now, one last thing before I go. I'm not sure, again, sort of like I said around Thanksgiving, I'm not sure what the release schedule, my episode release schedule, is going to be like. If for whatever reason, if I don't have episodes on a regular day that I usually release episodes, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Just understand that sort of next week, as we get into the holidays, I am going to be off the week between Christmas and New Year's, but we got lots of things planned, and so that may prevent me from having the opportunity to spend gaming and, of course, doing all the post-production stuff. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.